Well, for more, we're joined in studio by our international affairs editor, Armin Georgian. Good to have you with us this morning, Armin. So a rare trip abroad for Vladimir Putin. Tell us why he's making it.
I think there's a couple of messages that Putin is sending here. One is that Russia is still a player on the world diplomatic stage, that it hasn't been so sucked into, you know, the military planning and the day-to-day conduct of the war in Ukraine, that it can't focus on other parts of the world. And the other message I think he's trying to send is that Russia is still a Middle East player, and of course its military intervention in Syria a few years ago very much highlighted that. Now I think he's trying to show that Russia wants to build on its existing role as a crucial support for that whole Syria-Iran axis. And remember, who opposes that Syria-Iran axis? It's the West. So there's a anti-Western agenda here as well. You know, so President Biden visits the Middle East. Just after that, President Putin visits the Middle East.
And what does it tell us specifically then about Russia-Iran relations? What movement are we seeing there?
Well, we're seeing movement on one very key military component, which is attack drones that Iran manufactures. US intelligence has been warning about imminent training of Russian military operatives on these drone systems, that Iran is going to be training them and then actually providing Russia with these Iranian attack drones. That has Ukraine very worried, but also the West very worried. I mean, US intelligence is clearly very concerned about what the arrival of those Iranian drones would do in terms of the balance of power, and the fact that up until now, Russia has not been able to break the Ukrainian air defenses. Drones by themselves don't completely change that dynamic, but they are a very important aspect of wearing down air defenses in Ukraine, or they would be. What we're also seeing is this deepening economic impact between Russia and Iran. There was a high-level visit by Iranian officials, I think only a few weeks ago, to Moscow, where they talked about enhancing monetary and banking operation, removing financial barriers and this kind of thing. So we're seeing basically, as Russia and Iran are both shut out of the West, so to speak, they're kind of teaming up.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند